I'm Camille Turner, and I'm a media and performance artist, and I'm the artist in residence here at Central Neighborhood House.
I'm Jennifer LaFontaine, and I work at Central Neighborhood House. I've run a media and photography program here since 1998.
Just to start, how do you define community arts? What do you think about community arts?
Hit us with a bang right
I know, God! Community arts.
Is it too hard?
I don't know if there's a real definition that I could say this is what it is. But I guess working in a community setting, you know, where people that don't necessarily define themselves as artists, you know, get a chance to express themselves using artistic means.
I thought you could speak for both of us.
Oh, okay. And I mean, I think of it as something that's collaborative. You know, we're co-creating something with the community. It's very different than a. Like, I think of myself as someone who has a studio practice and a community practice. And in my community practice, I feel like I'm facilitating ways for people to work together to create. I'm particularly interested in engaging women, especially women of color, with media. I think it's really important because you know, media and technology and digital culture is really informing what's defining our culture, and so it's really important for them to have a voice and for them to be able to define themselves using these media, to be able to understand them, to be able to really to have a grasp on what's going on and not just be consumers, but to be producers of this kind of media.
And I think I started off teaching black and white photography, and then with Camille, as our collaboration has developed, we've done a lot more different media, so sound, web, digital video, digital photography, and so on. But I think that to me, whatever that media is, like the storytelling is really important to me, and I think for the reasons Camille said, because we've been told a lot not to tell our stories, that we don't have a lot of places to voice who we are, and I think that with a lot of community art, that's what it's about. It's about creating spaces for us to tell those stories, and so it just happens differently with different media. But I really like the way that it comes to life. I think people's stories come to life with different forms.
Yeah. And also the dissemination of it using digital media is quite profound. I mean, we could send our stories across the world just by putting them on the internet. Yeah. You know, and now with the CBC connection that we have with the radio, and especially bringing these stories that can, you know, represent people that are living in all kinds of situations that are never seen in the mainstream, you know, as them telling their own stories. They can actually bring their stories out into the mainstream.
Do you believe that community arts has this healing qualities? And if so, what are they, and how is this healing accomplished?
That's a nice question. I think for sure it does. I think that that one of the major things that we experience when women are coming together is a sense of connection to other people, a sense of validating our stories and hearing our stories be similar to other people's, and that our struggles are similar, and that people have gone through, as human beings, you know, similar emotions, and that fear and sadness and tragedy and happiness and humor, all of these things are natural in us, and that telling our stories and expressing them in different ways brings it out. And so, I mean, I think that's a general thing, like for me.
You place the world on your shoulders and fight the good fight. Justice makes your heart pound and your fist shall always rise.
working, and that's, I think, even more than we can imagine. That's a major, major problem. That when we're not feeling like we know where we can go, or where we feel valued, or where we don't even know where programs exist or where other people are, they can really, really, really play havoc on ourselves and our sense of self. And so even just having a place to go that you get to meet people from all sorts of different places or from different experiences, and that can be really healing all by itself, like just getting people here. And I think the stories that we've had over the years really reflect different people's needs for healing and different people searching out art as a tool for healing, and that really varies from person to person.
It's interesting. I was listening yesterday to CBC. This woman was talking about being a part of a chamber orchestra on this mic, and there are all these musicians playing together, but there's no conductor,
Yeah.
and just how people negotiate their space. And I think one of the things they realize is that each instrument needs the others to create the whole. But I think that's kind of like what we do here. No one person can do it by themselves, and when we come into it, we look at that. Everybody's got strengths and weaknesses, and we're here to develop our strengths. But the things that we're not good at, someone else is. So it's negotiating that and learning how to work together, and that's really our strength.